Welcome to ChartXGames.com latest newscast. If you enjoy today's video, then please like, comment and subscribe. Today's news headlines: free games, Batman Arkham Trilogy and Lego Batman. Sony, State of Play, event set for next week. Terminator Resistance game announced. In today's news: free games, Batman Arkham Trilogy and Lego Batman. For anyone familiar with Epic Games Store, they may know that Epic Games routinely give games away for free download. Although any free game is always welcome, some of the games given away by Epic have been either old or not too exciting. This lackluster approach has taken a big turn this week, as for a limited time 6 Batman games are available to download and keep absolutely free. The free games include 3 outstanding Arkham Collection Batman titles from Rocksteady Studios and the first 3 Lego Batman games. Batman Arkham Asylum, Game of the Year. Batman Arkham City, Game of the Year. Batman Arkham Knight, Lego Batman, the video games. Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes. Lego Batman 3, Beyond Gotham. Be aware that Batman Arkham Origins is omitted from the Arkham Collection due to being developed by an outside source. Rocksteady's Arkham series is one of modern gaming greatest trilogies that began with 2009's gothic horror-inspired Batman Arkham Asylum and culminated in an epic climax in 2015's Batman Arkham Knight, with Batman Arkham City in between. Batman Arkham Asylum began a short yet extremely intense and dark story that saw the Caped Crusader hunt down the Joker throughout the labyrinthian Arkham Asylum after he takes control of the prison for the criminally insane. Threatening to detonate bombs hidden throughout Gotham, Batman must battle through various classic villains such as Scarecrow, Bane and Harley Quinn before apprehending the Clown Prince of Crime. Batman Arkham Asylum was praised for its excellent Batman story, dark tone and groundbreaking, inventive gameplay, with a combat system now commonplace in third-person action games. The game scored very highly with 9 out of 10 from highly respected game review sites and won numerous awards, including a BAFTA Video Games Awards accolade for Best Game and Gameplay. Batman Arkham City was the much-anticipated sequel to Arkham Asylum, released in 2011. Given the success of Batman Arkham Asylum, the developers were allotted a larger budget and could make the natural progression of the story to outside the asylum and into the city. However, not actually taking place in Gotham, the game takes place in Arkham City, an enclosed area of Gotham slums that have been given permission to act as a super prison. Many villains make a return, including the Joker. However, some new villains appear, such as Hugo Strange, who is the main antagonist in this installment, and a playable Catwoman with her own side story. The sequel also hit high scores with critics and gaming sites alike, with some stating it was an improvement over the first installment. Rounding off the trilogy was Batman Arkham Knight, one of the most marketed and anticipated games ever made. Moving the action from enclosed spaces to the larger Gotham area was the natural progression for the series, and playing as Batman had never been so good. With truly stunning next-generation graphics, never before had Batman or Gotham been realized so fully in a video game. Picking up the action sometime after the events of Arkham City, Gotham is terrorized by Scarecrow, who has plans to disperse fear toxin all over the city. Aided by the mysterious Arkham Knight and his mercenary army. The action in this installment was even more intense, with new moves and gadgets, as well as being able to use the Batmobile for the first time. The game world of Arkham Knight is very large, with highly detailed buildings as one would expect in a city. Notably absent from the game, however, was the ability to enter the Batcave. Instead, Batman utilizes secret areas of Wayne Towers to access specific features. There was also a fully upgraded Batsuit this time around, which featured the Fear Takedown ability that allowed Batman to incapacitate multiple enemies in one swift move. Another welcome feature was the ability to play as multiple characters while in combat, such as Robin, Nightwing and Catwoman, all working together with Batman in a character switch feature that was excellently implemented. The story in this outing had multiple twists and turns with an epic ending that leaves the game wide open for a sequel. However, Rocksteady Games refuses to comment on this. Although gamers and critics praised the game and stated it was the best yet, some well-known gaming sites scored it low. Some of the reason for citing low scores was the extremely debilitating performance issues, with uneven frame rates on PS4 and Xbox One versions and outright crashing and stuttering on PC. The LEGO Batman video game series is also extremely popular, even with older gamers. Praised for its tongue-in-cheek portrayal of a moody Batman, the games highlight some of the comic book series' nuances in a comedic style, lending visual styles mostly based upon the 1960s TV series of Batman. The characters in the series are generally more colorful and child-friendly than move-based incarnations. The LEGO Batman games utilize a more accessible style of play, being a blend between third-person action and platform-based games, with puzzles and collectibles. Combat is generally simplified but uses the combo system in order to get more loot from defeating enemies. A great feature of the LEGO Batman games is the ability to control Batman's vehicles, including the Batmobile, the Batwing and the Batboat. In the later LEGO Batman games, the visual style was shifted to parody later Batman version, most notably a cross between Tim Burton's 1989 Batman and Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. The sequels also include other superheroes such as Superman, Wonder Woman and Green Arrow, and feature iconic locations such as the Batcave and the Hall of Justice. In other Batman gaming news this week, it has been revealed that data miners scouring Fortnite game file have come across official Batman-themed items for the popular game. Items in the game files reportedly include Batman items such as a banner, batarangs and a grapple gun, as well as being able to play in a Fortnite version of Gotham itself. No real news is known yet and Epic Games has not commented, so a release date is not yet known, but some gamers are expecting the Batman theme to release as part of a Halloween-based event. The Batman Arkham collection will be available from the Epic Games Store absolutely free until the 26th of September 2019. Sony State of Play event set for next week. Following a long period of general radio silence, Sony has recently announced a new State of Play event that has been scheduled for next week. Sony has been notably absent from major events since mid-2018, most notably this year's E3 conference that was held in June. This has led to speculation that they are getting ready to launch the PlayStation 5, and with some suggesting that Sony may just have nothing to show. Whatever the reason, Sony seems to be back to making regular appearances at conferences again. State of Play is Sony's own regularly scheduled conference similar to Nintendo Direct. It has all but been confirmed, however, that The Last of Us Part 2 is to be finally demonstrated, as journalists from various gaming websites have been invited to attend. Sony has commented on next week's conference, stating that it will be hefty, and is confirmed to be around 20 minutes long. This is great news, as we may be getting to see either a lot of action from The Last of Us Part 2 or some new PlayStation exclusive announcements. Either way, this is exciting news. The gaming world as the king of narrative-based games is coming back. Sony's latest State of Play is scheduled for the 25th of September. Terminator Resistance game announced. After a very long wait, fans of Terminator may finally be getting the Terminator video game that they deserve. Terminator Resistance has been recently announced and an amazing trailer has dropped to showcase the upcoming game based on the blockbuster movie franchise. Confirmed details include that the game is set 30 years after the events of Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Terminator games are nothing new, however, this is the first time that the franchise looks to be getting a game worthy of the name. There is a long list of Terminator games going right back to 1991 with Bethesda's The Terminator, but to be honest, it isn't worth the time even talking about. Most of the Terminator-based games have been extremely poor with the exception of 1995's Terminator Future Shock, also from Bethesda, which looks like it has inspired the development of the new title. For the upcoming game, confirmed details include that the game is set 30 years after the events of Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Taking place right in the middle of the Resistance War, it appears that the player must fight an army of Terminators while protecting a group of notable people that have been marked for termination. Everything that a Terminator fan could want appears to be in the trailer, including Terminators, drone and future weapons, as well as the iconic theme tune from the movies. From what I can gather from the trailer, the game also features a downtime area that can be used between battle. Looking like an underground facility similar to the movies, the downtime area appears similar to the staging area of Anthem, where we will get to sort items, procure weaponry and plan the next battle. Currently, not a lot is known, however, according to the game's official site. The different model Terminators will be featured, as well as a trading and crafting system and side quests across a devastated Los Angeles. Terminator Resistance is scheduled for release on November 15 in Europe and Australia and December 3 in America for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Windows PC. That's it for our gaming news today. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, rating and don't forget to comment. You could also hit subscribe if you want more news videos like this. Go to chartxgames.com for more gaming news, reviews, articles, and updates.